Hey, all right, week 8. We are winding down. We're getting really close. Let me go ahead and tell you, and we'll backtrack. But big thing this week is that your exam 4, so that's on fungi and plant diversity. We did fungi and plant diversity part 1 last week. You're going to watch part 2 this week. That test is this week, but it's on a Friday. I know all of the tests so far have been on Mondays. Since this is a mini, we're really pressed for time, so we kind of had to split it up and do one on a Friday just so we'll have enough time to get ready for the final. All right, so just be aware of that. I'll probably send out another announcement pretty soon to let you know about that. But just be aware of that. I know they have been on Monday. This one is on Friday. Okay, all right, so let's look at what we've got. You need to watch the Plant Evolution and Diversity Part 2. We did Part 1 last week, so watch Part 2. You're going to have to do that early in the week because you got a test on it on Friday. So make sure that you watch that soon. After that, you have a review quiz, which is due on Friday, April 26th. Go ahead and take it as soon as you're done, but that's the due date, is end of the day on Friday. Okay? All right, so here it is again, our test, Exam 4, Fungi and Plant Evolution and Diversity. That is going to be on Friday, okay? I think it's about 75 questions. I think that's about how the last one was, though, so don't let that scare you. Most of you are getting done with that in like 20 minutes or so. So that sounds like a lot, but it's not terrible. I always liked longer tests because if you miss one, it only counted like 1.2 points or something. If it was a short test and you miss one, it hurts a lot more. All right, so after you take the test, or just whenever, you can do this already if you want to. Discussion board number 4 is due on Friday. So on this one, you've got a couple video clips of fungi that you need to watch. So watch that, and then like we've been doing on the previous discussion boards, you're going to leave a post, and then you're going to reply to another student's post just to try to get a discussion going. Finally, last thing, the very end of the week, they're actually on Sunday, is Lab 5. So this one is on simple plants and gymnosperms. All right, if you'll notice in the notes, it says that you're going to need to have moss because you're going to use that like to do a drawing. So right as wet as it's been lately, you should be able to find moss. Just find like any place that's kind of damp, maybe a little shaded with rocks, and you should be able to find moss. It says worst case scenario, you might have to buy moss. You can get that from stores. I don't think you're going to have to, though. Seriously, just go outside, look around, and you should be able to find moss and use that to do your drawings. All right. You'll also need a pine cone, pine straw. I'm sorry, not straw, but the cones, and then the strobili are the male parts. Again, you can look around and you can find that. I think there may even be one pine cone in your lab kit, but you're going to need several to measure. So go ahead and just make sure you give yourself enough time to look for those. I know some of you probably do the labs like late Sunday night, so you don't need to be outside, 10 p.m. with a flashlight trying to find moss and pine cones. So just a heads up on that. Okay? All right, so yeah, that's it. Big thing is the test, but make sure you watch the lecture video early on, just so you'll have time to study and be ready for the test on Friday. All right, thanks. If you have any questions, let me know.